Hey everybody, how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody in the United States had a great President's Day. Today was a holiday, so a lot of people had work off, school off, whatever off. I hope everybody had a great day. Thanks for tuning in. I decided to do a reaction to this upload that Amberlynn Reid did. I believe it was yesterday. I guess it's a video directed at her ex, Beck. I've seen a lot of other people kind of react to it, so let's get into it.
Hello. So welcome to a new video. It's actually February 7th at 3 a.m. in the morning. Yes, I should be asleep, but here I am awake filming a video. I was actually getting ready to get comfy.
So she was sitting on this video for 10 days. Isn't today's the 17th? Interesting. I wonder why.
Try to sleep. My sleeping hasn't been the greatest. I've just been having a lot of anxiety, and when I have a lot of anxiety,
right now that just tells me right off the bat that if there's any sort of apology in this video directed towards Beck, that it's full of crap. Because if she actually recorded this on the 7th, that means she is just sitting on it waiting to see what information Beck was going to release in the answer and question, or the questionnaire video that Mr. Cardigan had, has been doing, which are wonderful. I love the videos. Yeah, so I don't know. Kind of seems insincere to me.
I go to sleep really late, and I genuinely hate it. Something I've suffered with majority of my life. But anyways, I could have totally slept and waited till tomorrow to film this, but I think it's just so heavy that I have to do it now so I can just be completely done with it.
That's not the only thing that's heavy.
I watched Beck's new video that they posted tonight or today or whatever, but it was a new one. So that video genuinely shocked me, and it made me...
Why should it shock you? I believe Beck 100%. You shouldn't be shocked. Maybe you're shocked because now everybody else knows, but I'm not shocked.
Stupid and dumb, and it made me realize that the way that I viewed our relationship was completely wrong, and I was oblivious to a lot of things, even to the...
You know why? Because you are a narcissist. Narcissists tend to only think about themselves in a relationship, not the other person. So, that doesn't surprise me one bit.
Extent of the way that I treated them, so I want to be accountable in that. But this is just the example that I saw in their newest video, where it made me look back and be like, yeah, we both actually viewed this relationship completely different. So in their new video, they were reacting to a compilation video of me being rude to them for 10 minutes straight. And in the reaction, Beck stated multiple times that it's obvious that they didn't want to be on camera. And they said, oh, look at me zoning out while she...
It's 100% true, because many of us that have watched your channel for over these years witnessed that. We could see Beck did not want to be on camera, 100%.
Talking. And it's both of those things genuinely hurt, and it made me realize I didn't even notice these things. Just like how when I was in a relationship with them, I didn't notice how mean or rude I could come off until looking back, and I just feel super remorseful. I viewed our whole relationship a certain way that it...
You don't feel remorseful one bit. I could tell by your tone and how you're saying how you viewed the relationship. Narcissist.
I genuinely thought that they wanted to be on camera and that they were okay with being on camera. And I was so accustomed to them zoning out or seeming like they didn't want to be on camera.
First of all, what are the quotation marks? Them zoning out, them not wanting to be on camera. You could clearly see that Beck did not want to be on camera. She didn't want to be a part of your crap. But like I said, you're a narcissist. You wouldn't notice anything like that. You don't care about anybody else's feelings but your own. That's why you said you were hurt by what she said. Why would you be hurt by her not wanting to be on camera? Why? Because you didn't know about it? I mean, hello.
That was normal
make it
for
make
me,
sense.
but I didn't know that the zoning out and the look on their face,
I don't like that.
etc.,
That kind of
etc.,
ticks
was
me off in a way. That kind of ticks me off in a way. It kind of rubs me the wrong way. How she's putting quotation marks on the zoning out, like she's kind of belittling it, making fun of it. No, when somebody disassociates like that, that means that they don't want to have that experience. So it's not something to put in quotation marks, or it's a joke or anything like that. You're disgusting.
an indication that they weren't listening to me or that they
Listening
didn't want
to
to
you.
be on camera. Like, that is like news to me. So knowing that, like, I viewed our relationship one way and
Said like a true narcissist.
it wasn't like I genuinely look stupid, but I guess like maybe I low-key deserve it. Realizing that we both viewed this relationship so differently actually makes it easier for me to be accountable and to apologize, because if that's the way that they truly viewed it, like, I deeply apologize for that.
No, you don't. And like I said, the reason why Beck zoned out quotations, like you said, and kind of, how do I explain it? Like an out of body experience. If you've never been with a narcissist, that's kind of like what it is, because you don't want to feel their wrath. So you kind of like pull yourself out of the situation. 100% my belief is that you narcissistically abused Beck. 100%.
There's nothing I can do,
if that's even a word,
their
narcissistically.
and their
I
thoughts
don't
and
know.
their experience, because that's what they lived. I wasn't the greatest girlfriend. I wasn't the most perfect girlfriend, but I will say I'm not all good. I'm not all bad. And I wasn't that way then either. Like, our relationship was definitely complex. And even though it might not be visible to the public or even to Beck in this moment, I have taken accountability for the things that I've done. And in the video...
How have you taken accountability for anything that you've done? Have you paid Beck? Have you given her money? If I were Beck, I would sue the crap out of you.
Even stated, like, I don't want you to reach out to me, and that's very much why I haven't, because I wanted to respect those boundaries. But they said, I don't want an apology from you. I genuinely feel like Beck deserves an apology for the wrongdoings that I did do. But if they don't want to accept it or hear it, then I have to be okay with that. I'm not going to apologize to the internet. The apology wasn't for you guys. It was for them. I feel like in this situation, like, this type of accountability should be handled in private, just like the apology should have.
Why should it be handled in private? You live your life basically on YouTube for everyone to see. So why shouldn't the apology be on the same platform? It doesn't make sense. I think you do owe your viewers that, the ones that were, crying out in disgust at the way you treated Beck over the years. So yeah, I think you do owe your viewers an apology as well.
And this sort of discussion that is like happening between back and forth with us, like, these things should be happening in private. And it's like when personal matters like this are brought onto like a public platform, I feel like backed up in a corner, like I have to defend myself or I have to say something. But it's like,
But if you didn't do anything wrong, why are you defending yourself, right? If you're so innocent, are you the victim now? Oh, you're playing the victim. Everybody's backing you into a corner, so you're the victim now. Get out of here.
Sit here and go through every single thing that they said, like every single claim, every single this or that, because that is just going to fuel negativity.
Fuel negativity. No, that's your cross to bear. If you emotionally, I'm not going to say physically because I don't know, but if you emotionally abuse somebody like this, and if you're a public person, LOL, like you are, then if it's going to take for you to go through every single statement that they made of the trauma and the abuse that they endured by you, then you need to go through that list one by one and apologize for every single thing. Even if it's 1,000 things, 1,000,000 things, whatever the number is, that is your cross to bear. That is taking accountability for the crap that you did. So yes, you need to do that. And it's like, what do you mean?
Don't feel like the back and forth is productive for either of us.
Get out of here.
But if they truly feel like sharing their story is what is going to help them in the long run, then go.
First of all, I object to that statement. What do you mean sharing their story? It's not a story. It's what they literally lived. Beck had this traumatic relationship with you, It's not a story. It's not made up. It's what they endured. Jerk.
But I have to genuinely step away.
Of
Like I
course.
said, I wasn't going to speak
Of
about them,
course.
and that was standing. But like hearing all of these things being said, it's been hard for me because it's like I have shown growth
It's hard
in
for
my
you.
personal life, and it's
How have
hard.
you shown growth in your personal life besides maybe on the scale? How have you shown growth? You've shown absolutely zero growth. If anything, you've probably gotten more manipulative and worse in behavior.
To like show growth publicly when these are things that like was happening behind the scenes. So publicly, I might look the same to you guys, but I have changed a lot. I am
Please.
always open
This is some narcissistic manipulation BS right here. It's so laughable that watching her and then going like back and forth between her and Foodie Beauty, the traits that they have that are so similar in the way that they try to manipulate their audience. I mean, can you imagine the manipulation in real life, like as far as their real life friends or family? The manipulation must be out of control. I mean, if they're doing this on a public platform to hundreds of people, can you imagine behind closed doors what they do?
growth and for changing to be a better person every single day. And I want to reflect on the past more because that actually
By saying you don't want to deal with it, basically, is what you just said beforehand. So, yeah, okay. Talking out of your ass.
genuinely helps me see ways that I need to improve and ways that I already have improved. And I just want to say that anytime that I had Beck on my channel, it was never out of malice. I never meant to disrespect them.
That's a
and
lie.
I really, 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 really did love them. This might be a little tea because no one knows, but when Beck and I were just friends while I was with Feline, and Feline did know this, don't worry. One night I got really, really drunk and
Oh, nice.
I told Beck, like, I really was in love with you and I still love you. Like, you're a great person. And I hyped them up because genuinely,
What do you mean you hyped them up?
I owe so much to them and I have so much gratitude to them. They were there for me during some of the hardest moments of my life, i.e., when I was diagnosed with cancer. But I have never tried to show them in a certain way. Nothing was ever out of malice from the bottom of my heart. And I just
First of all, obviously it was for malice because of the statement that you made in this statement that you hyped them up. So what were you doing? Just trying to like blow smoke up their ass? I mean, what does that even mean? Manipulation is what it means. And not only that, so that must have taken place when you moved the new girlfriend in while Beck was still living there. Is that when this took place? That just shows how you're a sloppy drunk, and probably the manipulation is worse when you're drunk. Sloppy.
really needed to make that clear. Honestly, all I can really do is just continue working on myself.
Please.
My focus moving forward is to just ignore it all.
Of
Like, I
course.
wanted to take what Beck is doing and put it in like a positive way and put a positive spin
It
to
should
it
be
and like be like, yeah, I
positive.
am accountable. But at the same time, obviously, like, I do find frustrations in the ways that I feel like they are exaggerating or they
First of all, I don't believe Beck is exaggerating at all. If anything, the vibe I get from them is that they are trying to, they're being nice. Let's just put it that way. They're not spilling the entire piping hot tea on you. I think there's more that they're not talking about. So yeah, I would be very careful, Amberlynn.
have lied. I do firmly believe that two things can happen at once. I can be accountable, but I can also be frustrated. But
Please.
I'm not
You're
accountable.
frustrated because you don't like being put out on Front Street. That's the one thing that a narcissist doesn't like, is they don't like their real self being exposed to the world, because she has this persona probably in public, whether it be on YouTube or if she's at Walmart or wherever she shops, the fake persona, and then the one behind closed doors is completely different. That's what she doesn't want to be exposed.
I'm frustrated about the same things. Like everyone likes to say, there are three sides to every story. Their side, my side, the truth. And like a really good example of like...
There's two sides to this story. The truth and Beck. And those are the only two sides that matter. Yours doesn't, excuse me. Yours doesn't. Because you're a narcissist, you're manipulative, you're a creeper on the internet with the young girls and all of that. You're just a weirdo.
Viewing things differently, like kind of what's going on with like Blake and Justin. Blake feels
Please,
like one thing
Blake
happened,
and
while
Justin.
Justin's like, no, that's not what happened. So you know what? I can't even sit here and firmly be like...
And of course you would... Blake, yes, another narcissist. If you actually go into that case, that's another case of a narcissist trying to manipulate somebody. Yeah, Blake isn't so innocent in that whole story.
Okay, Beck is lying, because if they viewed it that way, then I have to accept that for what it is, because what's true to someone and the way that they view something might not be true to everyone else.
What do you mean the way they view something? Like I said, you're just talking trash right now. You're a joke. You can't even take accountability for anything. You can't even apologize. And like I said, if it takes you the rest of your life to apologize to Beck, then that's your cross to bear. You're a jerk.
I want to play devil's advocate here for a second. If I'm remembering something wrong that Beck genuinely remembers as like a full truth, then that's fair as well, because I have really bad memory problems due to moments of high stress, trauma, BPD.
Get out of
when
here.
I have anxiety, sometimes I'll literally like black out because I'm so anxious.
That's a lie.
Say, whether my...
That's some bull crap right there. You don't black out because of your BPD. You're so full of crap. What are you like on TikTok? Are you getting diagnosed with a TikTok doctor or some crap like that? You're a joke. And it's a disgusting display yet again with somebody using a non-diagnosis of multiple mental illness and using it as an excuse for their disgusting behavior. And there's people actually out here in the world that have actual diagnosis of these mental illness, and they're able to not treat people like crap like you do. You're full of crap. Just full of crap.
Apology was behind a paywall, whether it was in a Snapchat,
Please.
whether it's in a YouTube video, or whether I say it to Beck directly, it is 100% sincere.
No, it's
and I
not.
have apologized to them personally.
This is a non-apology apology, and what this is her giving excuses of alleged mental illness and taking absolutely zero accountability for any of the behavior that she or trauma that she caused to Beck. No accountability whatsoever.
But that was years ago after our breakup. Beck and I was friends for about a year after we broke up. And obviously that didn't work out, which I understand. But I did apologize to them. I don't think that I took as much accountability as I do take now. Because like I said, every day I like to reflect and just grow into a better person. So I'm not going to sit here and list off
if you were doing any type of reflection on the trauma that you have caused to Beck, then a majority of the statements that you made in this video wouldn't even be the statements that you make. You don't feel sorry, you don't feel bad. All you care about is being the perpetual victim that you play. That's all you care about.
Single claim that they said, and write down like, okay guys, these are the things that are true and these are the things that aren't. These are the things that I'm accountable for. Like there's
what is that kind of like the choosy game? Why don't you talk about that? That kind of sounds like that, making a list and which one is right, which one is wrong. The choosy game, that trauma that you put Beck through, right?
Activity in that, because whether the internet knows what I'm accountable for versus what I'm not accountable for, that doesn't bother me. The only person that I'm worried about and them actually hearing me is Beck. And if they don't want to, that's their prerogative. I'm okay with that. I want them to do whatever helps them. I'm not apologizing for myself. I'm apologizing to the person that I was in a relationship with for almost 5 years. And I hurt them, and I'm sorry for that. I really want to continue taking that experience and that relationship and learning from it. Beck can say,
You haven't learned crap. You haven't learned crap. Come on. What is it? You moved a new girlfriend in while Beck was there. Then once that was kaput, you planted yourself in a married couple and then behaved like you were the victim in that. And then you got together with eyebrows, and then you're the victim in that. You're just the victim, right? You're always the victim. You never do anything wrong. Wah, wah, wah. Poor me.
absolutely anything from this point forward, and I am not going to respond. I genuinely wish them nothing but the best. And the apology that I need to give to you guys, if I hurt any of you during this whole thing because you guys care for Beck, then I'm also sorry for that. I am a very flawed individual. That is not an excuse, but I'm a flawed individual that can learn from this experience. And thankfully, I have. Whether people see it or believe it, I know it because I am my own person and I know how I've been in past relationships. And as I've gotten older and more mature and...
How have you gotten mature? You were just wearing butterfly hair clips in your hair. Get out of here.
I've learned more about my BPD and just who I am as a person. I have become a better person and I have become a better girlfriend. I've become a better friend.
That's why you just got dumped, right? Okay.
I've become a better pet parent. I've become a better daughter.
That's why you just lost your cat and just left the cat in a completely thousands of miles away in a different state, right? Yeah, you've become a better pet parent. Okay. Are your pets microchipped yet? Oh, no? Okay. Yeah.
Become a better sister, but I'm still flawed. I'm super complex and nuanced, just like we all are. And this just has
How are you nuanced? Get the hell away from me. No, there's no way. Do you even know how to spell it? What's the definition? Get out.
to be the last time that I speak about this to protect my peace, and I hope that Beck does things that also protects theirs. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Anyways, this one kind of pissed me off. Like I said, she irks me the wrong way. She's a special kind of narcissist. I mean, I can put up with foodie beauty a little bit more because her narcissistic behavior is a little bit more tolerable than this one. This one is just, way out there. This was like a non-apology apology. I don't even know what this was. If anything, she made herself look worse. I am 100% team Beck on this one. Tell your truth. That's all I gotta say. And get a lawyer. I would get a lawyer and go after this one for all the crap. But anyways, and then, oh, by the way, PSA to parents out there, be careful with the video games, because Amberlynn, she likes young little girls, and she does go on the online games into the rooms and stuff like that. So just be wary if you have young little girls that play video games. Anyways, that's it for me, guys. I'll see you when I see you. Bye.